Alright, welcome back, guys. BadEnd here. Jerry and Alex coming back with another video. And today we've got something special planned. Alex, what do we have planned for the folks at home?
We're looking at the 01 stuff for the trailer. Also.
That's right. We are going to be looking over the Kamen Rider Zero One first writer of the Reiwa era. And we're going to give our general thoughts and impressions. Before we do, make sure to give us a like, and let's get right into it.
All right.
So right out the gate, I really liked the Heisei Marvel intro. Uh,
Yeah, that is actually really cool.
I thought that was clever. Uh,
See all the writers on there.
mm-hmm. Then we hop into the central theme are going to be these Huma gears, which are, they say, robots with an AI. I wonder if they're kind of based on the David Cage's most recent game, that one, Detroit Beyond Human.
Yeah.
All right, and right here at the 40-second mark, I gotta stop this video.
All right.
Uh, this main character worries me.
This is just. What about this worries you?
Okay, so I'm gonna read you some stuff.
All right.
Hiden Aruto is our main character's name, and do you want to know what his gimmick is?
Hmm.
His gimmick is he is a person who wants to become a comedian, but lacks a sense of humor, which is why he does a ridiculous face the moment he's announced as president of Hiden Intelligence.
Huh. That would explain the how he goes from this weird face here to being all serious later in the trailer at the
Mm,
podium.
mm-hmm. Oh, it gets worse. Some
Hmm.
background information on Takahashi Fumiya, the actor.
Oh.
He, much like Drive, is one of those Pretty Boy contest winners. I forget the
Uh,
exact name of the one he entered, so I don't really know his acting range. But if it's anything like Drive, it'll start off poorly, and the cast is going to have to support him as he gets better.
yeah, as he to the role.
Mm-hmm. So
Wasn't
that,
Drive also like one of that guy's first um gigs as well?
yeah, it was.
Okay,
So I'm more concerned about early Zero One than I am of all of Zero One.
that makes sense. I thought we'll wonder look into this guy's background, see if he's done anything else. But it might be a non-issue as far as his acting goes. If he's done other roles, like
Mm-hmm.
not in Kamen Rider, but just in acting in general.
Yes, he. The one thing I do know about Fumiya is that he is actually educated in cooking and runs a cooking blog. So if we see any shenanigans with Fumiya doing any cooking, as Aruto,
Huh?
then we'll know. He's actually a licensed chef.
He's a licensed chef. Okay.
Yes.
Um, that's actually interesting.
Hmm.
I wonder if you'll get to do any of that as this character.
Yeah. If Aruto does any cooking, we'll know. All right, let's continue on.
All right.
And there we have our first glimpse at our president writer, Kamen Rider
Yeah.
01. I think that's an interesting choice. We've had geniuses, we've had detectives, we've had, oh, Lord, journalists. This is our first president.
Yeah. This is and I like the design.
I absolutely love the design, and more importantly, I love the helmet.
Yes, the helmet is big thing.
The first time I saw him, I didn't notice all the red. I thought he was more yellowish green than anything. I think this color is called chartreuse.
I have no idea, but we'll go with
Yeah,
that.
but I really dig the use of red in the arms and on the pectoral stuff. It looks
Yeah.
really good. Right?
Yeah, it's not too intrusive.
Exactly.
It looks very nice.
Yeah, the black on yellow is always a fantastic color choice. That's
Yeah.
probably why you see it so often. All right, let's continue on. We get our
All right.
get our nice title screen. We get our first waifu Izu. All right, I'm gonna stop right here at 1 minute and 4 seconds. Our vice president Fukuzoe Jun. This guy is a comedian. He's part of a comedic duo in real life.
Ah.
So if anyone's going to be our suspenders teacher, it is this guy. His real name is Kojima Kazuya. I always forget you have to say their last name first for the Japanese.
Yeah.
He's part of the comedy duo called Unjash.
Huh.
So a lot of people are starting to think, from what I've read in like various forums, that he's probably our comic relief. I hope he's the second coming of Suspender's teacher, but if we don't,
Yeah, I mean, his reaction right here is pretty. He's got a like what the fuck whole thing going on here. It's kind of silly. So maybe
he could also be a secret bad guy who's going to work against Aruto.
could also be that.
Let's continue on. We get to see the transformation gear, which looks very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. This thing moves around a lot too, from like some of the other images of it that I've seen. It has a lot of parts.
It sure does. And then
Not that that's bad, but
no, not at all. And then at 1 minute and 16 seconds, we are introduced to Ames.
yeah.
So Ames is basically like a paramilitary group. They're like an anti-AI crime group. They're very pro-human and very anti-AI. So
Yeah, I kind of got that from like the immediate next scene. The dude is talking.
Right.
Squad.
Yeah, when he says he wants to destroy all AI.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like, and it seems like there might be like a mild contrast between this guy and this chick.
Yeah. Let's go a little further, and I'll tell you about these two.
All right.
I just want to get to the part where they henshin,
Okay.
because then I can tell you everything at that point.
I thought they're also showing these two characters transforming this early on. I don't know how often that's a thing, but that's to me.
All right. So I'm gonna stop it right where they do their combo attack.
Yeah.
So, what we know already is the man is Fuwa Isumu. He is
Okay.
Kamen Rider Vulcan, and he is the leader of the anti-AI squad.
All right.
He's kind of like a bit of a hot-headed guy.
Looked like it from the way that they got it. Look, which one is he? Is he the orange or the blue one?
He is the blue and white.
Okay.
And that is Kamen Rider Vulcan.
Okay. Kamen Rider Vulcan. All right.
And the woman is Yaiba Yawe. Not Yahweh. Yao? Yua? Yua. Yaiba Yua. I'll edit that part out.
Yua?
Yaiba Yua. That's right. And she is the orange and white one. And her name is Kamen Rider Valkyrie. She's the technical advisor. And she is the... she's going to contrast his hot-headedness as more of the...
In her dialogue that they heard. Yeah, in the dialogue that they showed, she's already like that. Like, she's looking at it as crime, whereas he's just like, kill them all.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue on.
Also, I noticed that their devices are completely different.
Yes, theirs are actually the gun.
Yeah.
They're called shoot gazer, something like that.
Okay.
But it is actually based on the gun instead of the card system.
Yeah. The armor itself also seems to have a different like base design.
Yep, that's because it is AIM's technology, not Hiden intelligence technology.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to the next. And then
villain get
right here, I'm going to stop it at literally 3 seconds later. This is Jin, who is the field commander of Metsubo Jinrei. He is not its actual leader, but one of the quote-unquote generals. And as we move on to the next scene, Hirobi...
When he smiles, he reminds me of Kai from Den-O.
So it's funny you say that, because in the information for Jin, it says he loves to cause destruction, but also has a childish manner. He gets like a sort of childish giddiness from doing it.
So that does remind me of Kai. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And at 148, we have Hirobi, who is the leader of Metsubo Jinrai.
So this guy's the actual...
Yes, this guy...
Deadpan expression.
Mm-hmm. And he wants to get rid of humanity.
Alright. It's interesting. I noticed that they got something wrapped around his head there. I wonder...
Yeah, he has a weird headpiece, which kind of makes me think he might be hiding the those AI
weird
things that the other robots have. Yeah.
So that's about the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
All right. They're also Kamen Riders. We actually see...
Yeah, that device there for like a...
Yes, that's how they transform. I don't know if that's one of their alternate forms, the green one, but there are screenshots of Jin and Hirobi, which are currently called Kamen Rider Jin and Hirobi until their names are actually announced. But if you look at the splash
driver,
yes,
this driver looks more like Ryuki.
Yes, doesn't it? It has
Yeah.
a very Ryuki-esque look to it. Um, the the straps of Kamen Rider 01s are actually ghosts if you pay enough attention.
Yeah.
Got to save money somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think this Ryuki-esque one is a generic one, generic belt given to the bad guys. So Metsubo Jinrei's goal is to basically hack AI and then download stuff into them that makes them attack humanity, so they can cause the singularity and have AI surpass humanity.
Ah.
And if Kamen Rider Xaid is anything to go off of, I think your idea of Hirobi probably being one of those AI bots is very likely. All right. From the belt, let's continue on.
All right.
We get to see this interesting form for the Huma gear. And then we get to just see this shit-eating grin that Jin has as he's standing back to back with
Yeah.
with Hirobi.
The more I look at him, the more I'm just like, that's Kai. That just looks like Kai.
It's Kai meets Parade.
Yeah. 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 It really. Yeah. Now that you mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah.
It just also reminded me of. Yeah. That's actually funny. Not that that's a bad thing though. I liked Kai,
Yeah.
and Parade is awesome. So.
All right, and then we get to, of course, the scene. This scene where he's more where Aruto's more serious is very interesting.
Yeah.
It makes me. His henshin is what gives me hope for the series.
Yeah.
Also, his pose is very, very cool. It's kind of like half Showa and half Heisei, where he's willing to point at the enemy and then he points back at himself.
Yeah. That sword that he's got is also.
Yeah. It's like a
They show it.
triangle.
Yeah.
I really dig it. It's very practical given his look. So, that was the trailer. And
they also show a close up of what was the again?
say that again?
What was the Blue Rider's name again?
Vulcan.
Vulcan. Okay, yeah, they show towards the end of the trailer. They also close up of Vulcan and Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm. If you look at the splash screen for if you look at the splash screen for 01, you'll actually see that the other two Kamen Riders are in the image.
Interesting.
And I'm going to send you it because I should have sent you it in advance. But you didn't want any of your stuff revealed in advance. So
yeah, I wanted to kind of look at this and get a base opinion. So far, it looks interesting. It looks fun. It does look like it will be at least as it stands just by appearances. Right out the gate, they have a lot going on, but it's not anything too overly complicated. It seems pretty easy to understand.
Mm-hmm. I get a lot of Kamen Rider Kabuto vibes because there's a ton of riders and multiple factions right out the gate.
I haven't watched Kabuto's. Don't know that yet, but I am looking forward to watching.
Well, to be fair, Kabuto has 3 major factions, but two of them you meet right at the start, but the amount of writers and also sent you the link. There's an image that has like the advertisement for 01, and you could see the other two writers on the left side of the advertisement.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right.
The purple one and the one in the top left.
And those are the...
Yeah, those are Jin and Hirobi.
Do we know which one's which?
I have to pull it up, but I can tell you. Give me just a second, because I only need to find one. The other one will find itself. All right. Hirobi is the purple one, who is based off of a scorpion. When he transforms, okay, so his form is called Sting Scorpion form. That's how you. All of these will have two parts to the names. One of the alternate forms for 01 will have like freezing or burning or I think it's actually blazing, not burning. I think it's blazing. But this one is called Sting Scorpion, and his transformation announcement is actually surprisingly interesting.
Oh?
It says Force Rise, Sting Scorpion, break, and then down. Not like breakdown, but like break down.
Separate. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And his finisher is called Sting Utopia.
Interesting.
Now we don't know... Oh, okay. Yeah. So Jin means quick, and Hirobi means exterminate.
Interesting.
So it's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
And another reason I bring up Kabuto is Hirobi's based off of the Scorpion, and the last time we've seen a Scorpion-themed Kamen Rider was in Kabuto, which has the first Scorpion-themed Kamen Rider.
Ah. Interesting.
But
in that briefcase he catches 01 is holding.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if is that a sword? What is that?
I'm guessing he's probably got a weapon that transforms.
Yeah.
So, overall opinions. What do you think?
I'm excited overall. 01 himself looks awesome and interesting. I'm kind of interested to see what the belt does. It definitely seems like, considering that they use those card thing, like he's using that card thing, and then there's the villains also have like the card things. It's like his is like what, Rising Hopper, and he's going to get more later. It's then that guy has Sting Scorpion. It almost reminds me of if they're going to be interchangeable. If they are, then that almost reminds me of a Gaim approach.
It's
Exade.
It's not going to be that way from what I've seen from the toys already.
Okay.
It's going to be more like Forzy.
Okay.
So he'll have different ones which he'll upgrade himself with and form change. That's why I was saying he's got some very Kuga-esque vibes off camera.
Okay.
They are element based. And we already know what his first mid-season form is.
Ooh.
It looks very cool.
Let's hope they don't try to pull a Gaim.
Yeah. This would be more like, from what I've seen, this would be more like Jinbei than than Kachidoki.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't look like that. I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say it looks closer to the whole gold upgrade to the base form of Kuga.
Let's see.
And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything. But that's
I
just...
do.
Go ahead.
I will say I do dig Vulcan and Valkyrie.
Yes.
They look awesome.
I think it's interesting that we have a female writer right out the gate. Not even like go in 8 episodes or 20 episodes to when they introduced Mariko.
I wonder if she's going to be more of a almost like a more hands-on of the woman who made the G3 system from Agito.
Yeah, given that she's the technical one of the group, I imagine she is probably going to do that, yeah. But she's definitely going to be the blue Oni to Vulcan's red Oni. The irony that he's a hothead with blue armor is not lost on me. Oh, and this is just bonus knowledge, but the female android, the one that's Aruto's secretary, she can fly.
Interesting.
Now, I don't know why they wanted us to know that she can fly, but in the additional reading that I've done, it has been specifically stated that she can fly. So,
interesting.
Make with that what you will. So, predictions. What do we think is going to happen? What do you think are going to be some of the big reveals? Do you mind if I go with one first?
Go ahead.
There's going to be a 4th faction that's the actual bad guys. That's my prediction.
Yeah, that's... It seems too perfect to have, like too kind to have all of the factions revealed.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely got to be another faction.
Yeah. I think Matsubo Jinrai is going to be maybe some people and some AI who are, like, rebelling against everything. But ultimately, somebody else, either in the group or in a 4th faction, is going to be the true main antagonist. And I'm calling that right now.
It would be weird if they did it at that point.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how like it seems like immediately 01 and the Ames writers will probably, not be on the same side at all.
Yeah, they are antagonistic at the start.
Yeah. I'm wondering how long they're going to carry that on, almost like how
Use your words.
I kind of want to say not Agito, because Agito, they weren't really antagonistic to each other. They kind of cooperated in the heat of it, but they weren't like allies for a large portion of the show. I guess kind of like that, where it's like they're there, but they're not allies at all.
Well, I imagine 01 is going to be more interested in rehabilitating and saving the AIs versus Ames's goal of just destroying them.
And I guess what I mean by the Agito thing is like how long they carried on with G3 and Agito not really being allies, but more just cooperating in the they carried that on for a very long time. Made sense. They're going to keep up the whole 01 and aim against you.
Yeah, I
That would,
think I think I agree with you on that. If they're going to be antagonistic up until some point, I imagine Valkyrie will get along with Aruto before Vulcan will.
yeah. Oh, definitely. Just from what they've shown already, that's definitely got to be the case there.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's an AI faction at some point.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of potential to just kind of pull a lot of things out. There's a lot of room right now. What they've shown us, it seems like there's a lot going on
Mm-hmm.
in this world.
I also think it wouldn't surprise anyone if Aruto himself was some upgraded AI either.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like the step after the Humagear or the Humagear version 2.0 would not
yeah,
surprise me. No, not that I'm trying to spoil anything of Xaid, but given Xaid, you know, with our
yeah.
with our bugsters, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
And you keep bringing up Xaid for a reason.
And that reason is because the head writer of 01 is the head writer of Xaid. One Takeshi Yuya. Or Takahashi Yuya.
Yeah,
And I am so looking forward to it.
yeah. If Xaid's anything to go off of, the writing on
Mm-hmm.
writing will be fantastic.
And the music score is going to be written by Ghost's music director. And if you remember our Ghost video, the music is probably one of the only compliments we had for Ghost.
Yeah, yeah. I do. The music in Ghost was like, yeah, the music in Ghost was actually nice. Wasn't bad. I mean, it's partially not rememberable, but that's because Ghost.
With the exception of Necrom's two themes.
Yeah.
I think those stand out. But yes,
Yes.
overall, I didn't have anything bad to say about Ghost's music, so I don't mind it on this.
Oh, I'm reading here. It's for the people who produced Drive, Xaid, and Build.
Yeah, those are just the producers, though.
Yeah.
I try not to put too much stock in that. They're just the people putting up the money.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Oh.
Are there any other predictions?
The guy who did the what was it? The action director is the same one from Ghost, all the way from Ghost to Zeo.
Yeah. So, at least we know there's going to be some good fights.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
I am also looking forward to this. And more than anything, I really need to know if the belt's ending catchphrase thing is going to be part of anything bigger, because a jump to the sky turns to a rider kick is probably the funniest thing I've seen so far.
Right?
Oh. Well, before we go, Alex, do you have any closing thoughts?
Not really, to be honest. It is still really early on to say too much, but best I got right now is that I'm very excited. I can't wait to have this started and watch episode 1 and kind of get the first impressions on that, because once that happens, then we'll really know where to go.
I can't agree with you more. I am looking forward to September 1st when the first episode actually debuts. We should have it translated by Thursday. I typically use TV Nihon subs, and they usually get the writer episodes out by Thursdays. So if Saturday is the 1st, then Sunday's the 2nd. We'll probably have our review of episode 1 out on Friday or Saturday of that same week.
Yeah.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to 01, and I can't wait for more information. So, until then, I have been Jerry.
I'm Alex.
And we'll see you next time in our next video, where we talk about something that isn't Kamen Rider, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe.